Welcome to today's video. A couple days ago I posted the feather earrings that I made on Facebook, and somebody said that, or commented and said that they really want to learn how to do those feather hair extension things, and I've always been curious about those too, but you need like a specific kit and a specific type of bead to like connect it to your hair and stuff. So I did a little bit of research and figured out how that stuff all works, and I decided to try to figure it out for myself. And it was somewhat of a success. You're supposed to use really long feathers, so instead I did some beads and then a smaller feather at the end. And then I used the silver wire up there and used that as my little metal bead that you're supposed to, squish into your hair with pliers. I think it's a very interesting thing, and I got something in my hair last night when I was trying it, without the beads, just a feather, just to see if the wire thing worked, and it was really stuck in my hair, and I also kept pulling on it, so it was not comfortable. So I don't know if the other beads are supposed to like sit flatter or something, or what. I don't know all the sciencey stuff behind it. This is kind of cool. It kind of works, but not perfectly. But I mean, it's better than buying a kit if I want some feathers in my hair, because these are my own chicken feathers and other random feathers that I found around the house. So I'm just using regular thread. I wanted to use embroidery thread, but I didn't have a needle that would be big enough to fit yarn in it, or small enough to fit into my beads. So I just went with regular thread. It's a lot less durable, so I wouldn't want to keep these in my hair for an extended period of time. But based on last night when I accidentally pulled out a few hairs, they stick pretty well. So to make a replacement for the metal bead that comes with the kits, I'm just curling some wire just around one time. I tried doing it like 2 little curls or rounds or whatever you want to call them last night. But then when I tried to squeeze the bead in my hair, it kept like slipping. Maybe because it was too stiff or something, I don't know. Also, I'm using my thicker wire because it's a lot more heavy duty and sturdy. But I was also considering using my thinner wire because it would be a little less noticeable and easier to work with, but I feel like it would also slip out a lot easier. So I left a tail of thread at the top of my beads. That way it would help the whole like object slip into the bead and stick to my hair a little better. So to get your hair into the bead, you need something to slip through the bead to grab your hair and pull it through. I have a tiny crochet hook that I could have used, but to show you guys, you could just take a little piece of thread. Well, the bigger it is, the easier it is to hold on and work with. But slip a tiny, tiny little section of hair through that and pull it through the bead. And then once you've got your hair through the bead, stick the feather in, and then you can clamp it. But because I'm using beads, I left the thread a little bit of a tail at the end. And it would probably be easiest to go ahead and slip that through the bead first before putting it in the hair, I would assume. I haven't actually attempted that part yet, but that wouldn't be hard. You could just do that and maybe even tie it onto the bead. I keep calling it a bead, it's the little wire bit that I wrapped. You could probably go ahead and just tie it on and knot it so that it wouldn't even fall out. And then once you've got your hair through that, then go ahead and clamp it. And you've got a cute little beady thing hanging out of your hair. If you want to attempt something like this, do your own research so you can get an idea of how you want to do it. There were a handful of different things that I saw, and this is just what I wanted to do for the video. But for now, I hope you have a wonderful day, and happy crafting!